was mid-September. I felt as though I should let some time pass before I went back. I knew I had to go back because the movie didn't have an end. But the weather turned brutal with record cold and rainfall that fall and winter. Every time I thought of going back, the weather would stop me. 5 months passed. But in February, I knew I had to go back to the parking lot and find out how this movie was going to end. So, I headed back.
Back in the swing. Well, I'm back in the swing. I'm back in the swing. I'm back in the swing. Well, I don't care about others' prejudice. Choke on smoke, cigars, and cigarettes. Show me a lesson that you'll never forget. Well, I'll be loving, I'm back in the swing again.
By the time I got back to LA, it was dark. I parked on the streets for the night. The weather got ugly again. But in the morning, I went to the parking lot. It was deserted. I wondered, where is everybody? Not the rousing welcome return I had hoped for. It was raining like hell and everyone was hunkered down. But the parking lot had changed. I couldn't explain it at first, only that my gut instincts told me something was really different. I didn't know what to do, so I just sat there looking out the window, waiting for people I once knew to reappear. It seemed that the parking lot was being allowed to heal itself in a way, cleanse itself of all the dirt and sin. A time for the parking lot to rest.
How does a picture make you feel just like when you were tiny, tiny? Smiles and eyes and energy unwinding, winding. Sitting in a picture frame behind a piece of glass. It's just a superficial thing made of paper, ink, and plastic. Oh, sweet remembrance, slow me down. How does the temperature today remind me of when we were driving towards the sky, and there was heavy clouds and lightning. That was many years ago, and still I can't forget it, 'cause the temperature today, it filled my lonely lungs and set it off. Oh, sweet remembrance, slow me down. The world is full of centuries and people stuck remembering the things they had and other things, and in the sadness wallowing. Oh, I would never want to be just a singer singing sad, sad things, but it's not as easy as it seems to keep your head up constantly. Oh no, it's not as easy as it seems, or perhaps it doesn't seem at all. So I'll sit here waiting for these feelings that I felt before, and wait for someone's warm wind to come and bring me back again to the place where we were driving with heavy clouds and lightning, driving up so high on a highway to the sky, the sky, the sky.
The next day, the weather improved and people started coming out of their hideaways. Billy came by for some milk and bongers. It was then I found out what had happened to everyone unhappy. Really? How's the cancer thing? How's the cancer thing doing? You doing okay on that?
Yeah, it's slowing down.
Are you working on it or anything? You doing anything with it?
Smoking pot.
How come you're losing weight?
Because I'm working out.
Okay,
It's
not drugs, right? It's not methamphetamines, crystal.
Fuck methamphetamines.
Not that shit. I'm just asking, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Because they told everybody a bunch of us were sitting down on the wall, and they told us that they're gonna run everybody out this summer. They're just tired of having everybody around
The homeless people.
The homeless people, yeah.
How are they going to do that? How are they going to do that?
Take them to jail. Just keep taking them to jail till they leave. He was, the cops were messing with somebody, and he said, hey, leave him alone. They came over and they're like, you have a driver's license? He's like, no. You got in? No, first the cop said, hey, this thing hasn't been registered since '87. Do you have a driver's license? No. Do you have insurance? No. And Happy was like, before you ask, I've got warrants too. And they were like, well, you got a half hour to leave the beach.
They didn't arrest him? He was lucky.
Yeah.
So he left the beach.
Yep.
And
he has his motorhome parked over at storage. He can't drive it until
he gets it registered.
Until he gets it registered and has someone with a driver's license.
Huh.
And I won't do it.
When did that happen?
Right before Christmas.